Happy hump day, Johnny.
What's
Shall I
up,
say Big
Danny?
Johnny? What a
Man,
shirt today. Look at that one.
digging in the crates, man, kind of bringing it back from the
Ooh.
60s there, a little. It's actually one by Vans, but I've had
Mm.
it in my closet for a minute, and I think you've just seen so many of my shirts already, and you keep talking about them, so I dug in the crates a little today. So, a
Gotta
little
change it
something
up.
different.
I know you got
Yeah.
more than 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, I do. I actually had gone through and just kind of cleaned out quite a few. Because they do change in style a bit. I love Sig Zane. He's out of Hilo. He's got a place in Chinatown called Sig on Smith on something or other, but it's in Chinatown. But anyway, his are more traditional style in terms of like being bigger. And
Mm.
then, sometimes they're making a little bit more of the trim cuts. And then I do like the polos that people are doing now. For me, I'm such a sweaty human being, dude, that like every kind of cotton shirt just ends up being a sweat sponge in my head. Like that's why I don't wear shirts. Like you see me, I'm so sweaty. I'm just like, I just don't want all that sweat on me. And
He just
I
puts a
just
shirt on for
don't
you
wear
guys to
shirts. I
record this.
do. I hate wearing a shirt.
His mama told him he's got to wear a shirt when he records.
Sometimes I'll just like hang the shirt around my neck when I go to the store and just kind of there in case somebody says something, I can just pop it right on.
Hawaii doesn't care. Hawaii
Yeah.
doesn't care. It reminds me my first job interview when I moved to the island. I was just trying to find something to work,
Yeah.
and the interviewer was a gal, and she was like straight up just wearing her bikini in the interview, and I was like, this is so weird, but I guess it's normal in Hawaii.
That's it, man. We
Yep,
cruise them.
it's just what we
People
do.
may be people may be shocked. I'm gonna roll up in a Aloha shirt and shorts and some nice luau slippers. I mean, that's just it. I
That's how
got
we
a few
do it.
pairs of pants.
We don't wear
Yeah.
suits, no
Oh man.
slacks, no ties. It's not like New York real estate.
I'm gonna start sweating if I dress up really well, and then you're gonna go, sweaty salesperson. No. Okay,
But
Johnny.
but that's the beauty of Maui and Hawaii as well
It
is
it
you
is.
don't know
It
who's who.
is.
You can walk down the beach and
No.
it could be a billionaire or it could be a broke person, and you have no idea because everyone's wearing board shorts and tank tops and t-shirts or no shirts, and everyone's kind of equal in that way.
Go and rent that movie, The Descendants. George Clooney, Beau Bridges is in that. It's all about a really, really wealthy Howley family from back in the day that controls a lot of dirt on Kauai and
Mm.
whether they're going to sell it off as a developer. But he makes that exact comment. He's like, here in Kauai, you don't know who's a billionaire, who's nothing. They all look like they're bums. You know what I mean? And that's the truth, right? Like you flex too hard over here, bro. It's Maui. Like it's kind of looked down upon, It's like,
Not a
what?
thing.
No.
Oahu
So
maybe a little bit more, but
completely
Maui not so
different on
much.
Oahu.
Yeah.
Oahu's 1,000,002 people. It lives just like a regular city. There's a little aloha there, but it's kind of been dampened down quite a bit. It's just a regular old city like LA to me. So
Speaking of
yeah,
cities, Johnny, let's talk a little
right.
bit about shipping costs. I know we had
Yeah,
some
man.
questions a while back talking about like, man, okay, so I've made the decision to come to Maui, move to Maui, relocate to Maui, buy on Maui, or move back to the mainland, and
Yep.
talk to me about kind of shipping costs to if I decide to keep my stuff, what is it going to cost me?
Yeah, so we'll start out with the easy one, Danny. Vacation rental condos, 100% of the time, I should say 100%, but the vast, vast, vast majority of the time, that stuff's going to be included. And we'll write something in the contract that says something like furnishings to be included at no expense to seller, what have you, and they have zero value, nominal value. Because technically, if there is things of value included in a real estate contract, it should be peeled out, put on another contract. But anyway, so that's the easy button there, right? So furniture is going to come with the condo,
Hmm.
whether you like it or not sometimes.
Yep.
And then, I mean, if you're going to be moving over here full time, the question you have to ask yourself is, does my furniture from my house here in Seattle, is it going to match my lifestyle and the space of the new place that I just bought over on Maui?
Yeah.
Right? Because styles are different. Now, the advantage to that, if it does, is that's your easy button. You're just going to put your stuff in and arrange it to be the same way that you had it at home, or it's going to be familiar for you, and that's awesome. Um, the costs are exorbitant, man. I mean,
Mm.
like I had to look it up and ask for some help. But in terms of, like, we'll just talk about a vehicle, transporting a vehicle. I chose Long Beach.
Yeah.
Typically, depending on where you're living on the West Coast, it's either going to be Seattle, it'll be Oakland, or it'll be Long Beach as to where it ships out from. Keep in mind you have ground transportation that can ship from different places on the mainland to one of those ports, right? So that's how that would
Or
work.
you drive
Semi
it
brings it.
yourself.
Yep. One
Road
one
trip.
thing to one thing to explain to you though is that they will not allow you to put anything into the car. Now
Yeah.
that's different when you do inter island. You can fill it up, no matter. But when it's coming from the mainland, it has to be completely vacant of belongings in the car. Have to take it with a certain amount of gas in the gas tank. I think it's a quarter tank, but it has to be a low amount of gas. So cost there, I'm going to tell you expect probably 1,500, 3,500 bucks. It's going to depend on weight and size. Pasha, Pasha, is typically that group that brings a lot of that stuff over there. Now, when it comes to shipping a container, well, now we got added cost. Did we buy the
Yeah.
container? Are we renting the container? But the amounts are exorbitant. And let's take a look. 20-foot container going to run you 4,000 to 6,000. That's shipping. 40-foot
Mm.
container 8,000 to 10,000. Keep in mind, you may now have cost to incur where you're having movers pack all that stuff up for you and then put it into the container so that it all fits.
And
So
unpack it.
that's what you're looking at spending if you're coming over here. So does it make sense to spend that to bring your furniture that has nominal value because it's older from your old house? Or do you bite the bullet and buy everything here? Let's talk
Johnny, what'd
about
you
that.
do? What'd you do when you moved to Arizona and when you moved back? Did you guys move stuff with you?
So for us, we packed a bunch of stuff up into storage, and
Yeah.
then we had a friend send maybe about half of that stuff there. But what they sent us, looking back, I mean, it was really it wasn't worthwhile to do for us
Mm.
in our particular situation.
Coming from Arizona, yeah.
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 So if you're going to buy everything here, the options are less. We do have an Ashley. My wife and I went looking for a couch, and it literally took us a year and a half. So, um, so Ashley, you can buy at. We do have some smaller mom and pop places. They tend to be very expensive. I'm going to tell you the most popular couches that are bought on Maui are from Costco.
Everybody's got a
Um,
Costco couch.
Yep. Now you can mail stuff here. Certain places will ship. Wayfair, that's real famous. They'll ship to Hawaii. Restoration Hardware, a lot of stuff comes over here. I can't stress to you enough how important it is to have an understanding about the size of these pieces if you're going to do it off the mail,
And
because
it is a fit.
Facebook, dude, Facebook Marketplace, I can't tell you how many times the ad always goes like this: "Our loss is your gain. We
Yeah.
ordered this. It did not fit in the space," which means that the wife said it didn't fit in the space because the dude was like, "I'll make that thing work, man. It's all good. We'll just split up the sectional. We'll put it between two sides of the door. It'll be just
Yeah.
fine." Yep. So,
No pain.
um, yep. Now, Oahu, you can go buy stuff and you can have it sent over. That's usually done by Matson. So that's another route there that adds cost and time. So yeah, just part of the inconvenience of Maui. But if you do ship it all over here, you got to ask yourself, is my stuff worth this up to $14,000 to come put in this new two bedroom condo at 900 square feet that I bought? 4,000 4,000 feet of, I got a 4,000 square foot home in Newport. Now I'm gonna move myself downsize in a 900 square foot two bedroom, two bath, but I'm bringing all my stuff over here. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. So just make
Not
sure the
gonna work.
money's worthwhile.
Yeah.
And if you do decide to go the route of buying stuff in here, just know it might be a little inconvenient. And this is where having that ferry that I never got to experience because I was living in Arizona must have been amazing because you just bring stuff on the ferry.
Mm. Changed.
So that is the scoop there. I think depends on the size of the space, but I have a feeling that mainland furniture just doesn't match when you come over here. And you're kind of looking to
Big.
change that lifestyle. So maybe for familiarity's sake, that might work for you, but I can kind of see you getting rid of the furniture in a couple of years and wanting to go Hawaii on it. And that's what happens.
Same with the cars. I mean, a lot of people just, I think it's kind of assumed that they're just gonna, when they move everything. And
Yeah,
I think you got to think twice if you really, I mean, me coming from Minnesota, do you want to bring salt damaged cars to to the island that have all the winter salt and rust on the bottom? I mean, probably not. When we moved to the island, like we literally two suitcases each, and that was it. Some clothes and the rest. I mean, we got into a furnished place, so we didn't have to buy anything. We bought a few pieces offline, Amazon, wherever, deliver to accent that, and that was totally sufficient.
there it is, man. Yeah. So takes a little pre-thinking, takes a bit of pre-planning as well. Um, we'll just kind of make mention also with doggos. You're going to bring over your pets here, guys. Rabies is a bad thing on islands. So we have you jump through hoops with your dog for sure, starting about 6 months before you're going to come over here. There's a
Mm,
series of shots that your vet on the mainland needs to give. If you're on the West Coast, a lot of the veterinarians have an understanding because they do it. And then what you're doing this all for is if you don't follow this process of doing a series of steps and shots, your doggo is going to end up in Oahu for a year, all right, for 30 days in quarantine. That's how that works. If you follow the steps, what'll happen is that veterinarian is going to send everything to the Department of Health here in Hawaii. You're going to actually meet with a veterinarian at the airport, and they're going to sign off, and then doggo is yours. The good thing about one of the shots, because I have friends of mine that want to bring their doggos back and forth, and they were just like, is it always 6 months in between that we can bring the dogs? And what was shared with us is that the most important shot only has to be done once every 4 years. So once
mm,
that's done, then you can kind of fly back and forth and bring them with you, et cetera. If you are going to be in a condo of some sort, it is very rare that you could maybe have multiple pets.
mm.
And so that's something that my friends are kind of discussing in their head too, because they have two. A lot of the vacation rental condos, as you can imagine, aren't very, very pet friendly. Um, I know in our searches we have pet friendly places set up. We're happy to send over a list if that's something for you.
And
But
even
just
pet
know
friendly doesn't always mean pet friendly. I mean, some of our clients got into a place said it's pet friendly, but the moment that they, walked the dog across the pool deck one day, everything changed.
there it
So
is.
wasn't so pet friendly anymore, and they have since bought a place somewhere else.
There it is. So if doggos and having lots of pets is part of the dream, you may be looking at a home
Mm.
because that's the easy solution there, right? And I'm sure there may be AOAOs that have some specific rules, like no giraffes or you can't have a tiger, but typically pets that stay in a yard are just fine. So pets make our lives
Chickens are
more fun.
okay. It might just annoy the neighbors
Chickens are
and
free.
turn
Chickens
into
are free,
dinner.
guys. We've got free range chickens running around. You could start your own little coop by just maybe being, good with a net. Start your
Yeah.
own flock. But yeah, that's
Disclaimer.
part of it there. That's part of it there for sure. Is like, yeah, do I ship my stuff over? Cars, yeah, you're probably gonna bring your car over, especially if it's paid off. I don't know if I would coming from some place like Minnesota, like you said, if it's all rusty eaten on the bottom there from the salt. Do know that Maui makes a great place for an electric vehicle. You should not have
Yeah.
range anxiety here because there's not a lot of opportunities to drive
Nowhere to go.
300 miles. That's it. So, yeah, so electric vehicles do very well here. You'll see a lot of Teslas. I've been seeing them with stickers that say I bought this before Elon went crazy or something like that, trying to protect their vehicles. I told you that story where I was talking to Tyler Coons, who's kind of, he definitely feels he's a big deal in this real estate game. And he does sell a lot of high expensive real estate. But I had asked him when I saw him in his new Cybertruck, I was like, dude, are you getting some heat? He's like, man, I'm getting drinks thrown at me. I was like, oh, poor guy, man. Uh, so yeah, that's the scoop. You want to bring over your furniture, make sure that it pencils, make sure that it
Think about it.
fits. If you're going to mail stuff over here and buy it offline, make sure that it fits. And guys, I'm just going to break it down for you. I remember like loading up in furniture in Arizona, had the best year of my life in real estate selling for Pulte Homes. We had in a new place and just filled it up. And I swear 15 grand of furniture is going to turn into about $500 worth of furniture in about 10 years. It does not hold its value unless you're getting some, crazy pieces. So yeah, there's stuff
Unique
on
pieces
Marketplace,
might be
stuff on
worthwhile.
Facebook here. There is.
There's always
So
something. There's people, so many people coming and going on Maui and at all ranges and levels that, I mean, you do see nice pieces out there from time to time, and you do see Costco stuff out there from time to time, and you do see the leftovers that didn't fit or didn't work.
I'm on Facebook all the time, man. I'm seeing somebody like literally just dumping all their restoration hardware stuff right now. So it's pretty interesting to watch, and you watch that stuff come down because, man, it's a name brand. Restoration hardware is super expensive, but nobody wants to spend 6 grand on a used couch. I hate to break it to you.
That's it too. Your market's different. I mean, selling
It
that in Southern
is.
California, I mean, most likely you can get it done, but moving it all the way to Maui and trying to sell it, it's a small pool. I mean, I remember even like when we kind of moved away from the island, like Flora was selling a lot of her photography equipment, and where like if you're on the mainland, and you put up a camera for sale, like you get hundreds of people that might want it. And
I also want
on
you just
Maui,
have a bigger pool.
one, two,
Yeah.
maybe. So
Well, the
just a
people that
much
can
smaller
afford the
pool.
used furniture are the ones that can afford like the regular furniture. And they're like, I don't want your
New.
used crap. I'm just go get my own, man. Yeah. So I do
Just
want to
send it.
make mention about size of vehicle as well, Danny. Our parking lots are traps here. There's only one way in and one way out, and our parking spaces are tight.
Yeah.
My sons hate driving my Ford truck because I
Mm.
had to go out and I had to have, first generation Raptor just to piss off the neighbors when I started up. I love the sound of that V8, but the thing is wide. And
Yeah.
so I hike into the stores because I just park so far away. So just know if you get
3
something
steps
big
for
and
you,
burly, and we love big and burly over here, you're just gonna have to hike in a little bit. That's what we do.
especially at Costco.
Yep. You're gonna want a Toyota though. You're gonna want to assimilate. You're gonna want a Taco, Toyota Tacoma. That is Hawaii's vehicle. You'll have a case of Spam in the back, and you'll be Hawaiian style, cuz
There
20
it
pound bag of
is.
rice, 20-pound of bag of rice, case of Spam in the back of the Tacoma. I'm Hawaiian now.
On that note, let's give
Yep.
them what's going on. A couple of
We go.
the action
We
on the
go.
market. So let's Keonikai Villages started out.
Yep. Dude, I was out showing, and it's amazing, like, this market of ours to where there are people listing stuff and still trying to set records. You know what happened there?
Did it disappear?
Uh-huh.
All right, you keep talking. I'll
Okay.
get it back.
That's just real life over here, Danny. That's just real life here.
So you said you've been out showing. What did you see?
Yeah, just amazing. Like, I'm places in good shape, but just still trying to, I don't know. It almost feels like, are we acting like there's not problems in the condo market right now? I mean, down 18%, severely down if we want to go back to COVID. But like that's why there's so many on the market right now, over nine, getting close to 900 condos at any one given time, is because nobody's pricing them to sell. And that's why we have the deal of the week show, because we do know the behavior that people are looking that people are showing when they want to sell the place. That's why I tell a lot of my clients, like, man, it's not like a market that you have to rush into because prices are going to pop right away. I mean, there is just so much inventory out there, and it is a market where the prices are remaining elevated for a lot of the options out there. But then there's people that are willing to lower their prices and show the behavior to where you can get something that I think you can be safe with, even if the market corrects even further. But we are definitely not in a crash to where everybody is just driving prices down and we're setting new price ranges. And here we go. This is a good example. So what do you say in the absolute peak, Danny? Touch 700s for these? Two
Yeah,
bedroom,
I
one and a
mean
half
sixes on
bath.
the upstairs. 6 is
Okay.
upstairs.
Well, here we go.
650.
They started out at 650, right? 387 days ago.
Wow.
This is why aspirational pricing strategy feels like you are losing money as I tell you to lower the price incrementally. And the
Again
sad thing
and
is
again
I'm
and again.
asking the question everybody's asking themselves, well, what's the matter with this condo? It's been on the market for 387 days. And now you are a target for lowballs. And that's cute. So it's got some
Yeah.
floors.
What the
So
market's changed.
upstairs unit. It's a mess to park in there though, dude. That whole tandem stuff. I was just turning around in there. So here we go. This used to be the rare, yeah. Waiahole Beach Holly.
I don't see a lot of these.
No. 238 days in, I've lowered 20,000. That says I really want my price.
Really want my price.
Yep. And county records are saying I vacation rent this, but I got a feeling this guy's on the Minatoya.
This is definitely Minatoya. Good location. I mean, you're
It really
basically
is.
across the street from Times, oceanfront, nice pool
Palama
area.
Beach. Yeah.
This is a ground floor, straight out to the beach and pool.
This
Front
one
row
I've
of
been in,
Papakea.
dude. Yeah, I mean, man. So this is a, well, no, this isn't the one. There's a foreclosure that's also beachfront that they want crazy money for. Ooh, nice wood floors. I like that pattern.
This
So
is
this is a leasehold
leasehold.
gang, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So lease is up in 26 years. That's the surrender date. So you could get a 20-year note on it if you needed to get a mortgage. Direct ocean front. So like we talked about, what's the advantage to leasehold? Well, my entry price is less. Now, I've looked into what Meduski wants to sell that foreclosure fee for, and it's also direct ocean front, very similar to this one. They want 750. So now we're back in at 1,200,000 for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, which is market value back in COVID.
Yeah. But right
Doesn't
now,
pencil.
that's
This one don't
crazy. Because
pencil.
we just
Yeah.
seen there's some closed non-ocean front, but they're closing around 700 right now.
Well, this is where like the leaseholder in their mind, they still want what they want for the land. They're not lowering that value along with the value of the condo there at 450. So yeah, and then it's Papakea, right? So zoned hotel and apartment, nothing but confusion. Wow, 529 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath in Eau Parkside. Now it's a little rough, but still 835 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath is not horrible.
For the fees.
Yeah. But for the people that live there, probably in a panic, probably tripled what they're used to.
It's gone up a lot for sure.
It really has.
So a bit
Really,
of a
really
view.
has. Yeah. Do me a
Couple
favor,
cars in.
hit me the history button real quick. So click on the listing from 2018. Let's see what the fees were back in 2018, 7 years ago. Probably $2. Nope, 379.
379. So about
Okay. So
less than
about
half.
50%. They've increased by 100% in about how many years? 7 years?
7 years. Well, mainly the last year or two.
Right. And that's because of insurance costs for locations like this. And hopefully those are starting to come down.
Shall see.
Okay, Ala Hills. Interesting first photo. Okay, I like those palm trees too.
Yeah, just a $1.7 million property with interesting pictures.
23 days in. Not getting any calls on it. We need to reduce the price, Danny.
Reduce the price. Get
Yep.
this thing moving.
Ooh,
Seems a little
1840
aspirational.
square feet. I mean, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So I could definitely find people a little bit better value than that one.
Sure.
Mapio up in Kula, lower Kula, 2,270,000. And there's a detached cottage on 2 acres. A lot of people with money have no style, Danny.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Or else maybe they just have the money in the real estate and not actual cash. But yeah, people, we don't update our homes here a whole lot, do we? And we
Not
like
at
a
all.
hodgepodge of DIY flooring.
Lots of hodgepodge. I mean, there's like a certain demographic that really values the property and maybe hires a designer, and then there's the other people that they have a $2 million property and they're just DIYing bathrooms and kitchens and
So
doesn't
here's the truth
really
about
make sense.
taking care of your home. You're either going to pay for it over time and, put money into it, keep it updated, or you're just going to literally pay for it when we list the house. Cause I'm going to tell you that based on this condition, you have to be down here. So pay
Oh,
for
look
it
at
over
that.
time or all
10K
one
a
fell
month in
swoop.
rentals. Four
There
units,
it
rental
is.
units on the property, 10K a month. I don't
So
know if that
trying to
really
pit.
pencils. I mean, you're
Yeah.
$120,000 a year for a $2.3 million property. Not great. Not great for your cash on cash return that people reach out to us about. Like, nope, your money's probably
Nope.
better invested elsewhere. We'll skip Molokai.
Yep. Those are definitely coming down. Waihe Village. Oh, Kaikili. Is this Hawaiian Homes?
Doesn't say.
Nope. Bro, that's action, man.
Three one
Well,
and a
it needs
half
everything. It needs everything.
wood paneling
960. Oh, there we
throughout.
go, though. They did one floor, one room with the LVP. Sure, look. Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
And that's normal. Look at how many different floorings you got. You got one in this bedroom,
Yeah,
one out
it's
here. You got one
classic.
in the
Classic.
bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just all different kinds of
DIY,
flooring.
cuz. DIY.
DIY.
Oh, P.E. Holo. Here we go. This is Mako. Wow. Classic, man. Two
Yeah.
two, 3,400 square feet, priced for condition on 2 acres.
So this starts to look like very upcountry, and then you get to the kitchen and it feels like super mainland. Backsplash, like it doesn't have any kind of Hawaii vibes at all.
Go back one photo, go to 7. I love the little there. Look at that little fireplace right there with the
Yeah,
long. Yeah, there
super
you
nice.
go.
It's a
That's
vibe
it, man. It
in,
is.
in the mainland kitchen.
KBC, Kamole Beach Club. I mean, I get it's hotel zoned. Like I said, nothing's wrong, Danny. Price them $1 million across the street from the ocean, cuz we go.
Yeah, and you can't even sell the 2 bedrooms for 7 and change.
Only 5 fee simples. So here's something
Oh,
interesting.
and there you go. The rental only 62,000 in 2024, Johnny.
Yeah, dude. Same thing with
Gross.
Kihei Akahi, man. They're selling in the sevens and bringing in like 40, 50 grand. Not penciling in my book. Cow
There it
Street,
is.
man, that is so cool, isn't it?
It is cooler for sure. Vibes throughout. Ooh, another mainland kitchen.
I mean, step downs and just interesting.
All kinds of
Very.
interesting stuff.
There you go. Oh, I'm gonna
Think,
take this one. DIY. I'll make that post pretty, babe. You watch.
yeah,
I'll put the kind
some
fake
fake
stone on them.
stone.
I'm gonna do a fake stone this weekend, babe. I love you. Oh, $1,000 a foot on 0.32 acres, Kulakai. It's a neighborhood play. We'll see. That seems like a lot.
Seems like a lot. I mean, this is a special type of person that want all those step downs and this and that in the house. I mean, it's
There
not for
would.
everybody.
So here we
Kahului
go. Man, it
action.
just blows my mind. Kahului is this much money, bro. So we're talking attached ohana, so chopped up house. You got room to build 2 cottages, so they added some additional value in there. That's my glamour photo, though. Does
And
that
they've
scream a
raised the
million two four
price
nine?
$50,000 from when they
That's
first
it.
listed it.
Yep.
Key Resort.
Now, it is not hotel zone, though, is it?
No, sir.
And that is just interesting, isn't it? We're going to name it the Kihei Resort, and it's an apartment. I mean, bro, 749 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I get it. Vacation rental. So I showed Maui Hill. And Maui Hill doesn't move a lot, 51 total. And you know why, Danny? It's predominantly timeshare.
Mm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work. All the owners feel like it'll be carved out from Minatoya because it is timeshare. That would make sense. But once again, like, our zoning is just so confusing.
Confusing. This is probably one of those properties that, if you look at the original documents, was pitched as a resort, but just had apartment zoning on it, which was kind of argued in some of the testimony. But I mean, 749 for a 2-bedroom on Maui, across the street from the ocean, Johnny. Even if you rent this thing for 4 or 5 years,
Yes,
might work. I mean,
I'm telling you.
you're probably grossing more than 75,000, which would put you at the 10% threshold if it's done
That is
well.
that's the argument against a crash in all the Minatoya list condos. Now, what could be bringing the crash is if everybody rushes to dump and then they're super aggressively dropping their prices, right?
Yeah,
But man, stuff on Maui has values. We've always had strictly residential complexes all over the island. So we have a basis.
sure do.
Oh, these are action here. And yeah, these go for that much money, gang. This is
Mm.
North Kihei, just as you're coming into Kihei on the lower road. You'd have just caught past the wetlands of Kealia. You would have gone by Dina Sandwich and Sugar Beach Resort, and you just have this outlier where Ma'alaya Surf brings all the money. $2,000 a foot. Somebody's going to get it. Low
It
density,
does. This will move.
style of building, wide, hotel zone.
It'll move.
Kamoa views in Kalama.
Never quite
Joji
understood why
doors.
these ones commanded the prices that they did, considering
Mm,
Soji doors and no separation. It's a nice looking unit though.
right. Yeah. Got the little ductless there, looks like above the front
Oh,
door.
a wine cabinet.
Yeah. These guys
Oh,
love their
there's
unit. Looks like a second home to me.
definitely very professional looking.
Escrow canceling, Liloa. Click that button there, Danny. Click the history. Let's show people how people do it there. So these guys put their deposit down. Oh, they flipped it already. So first guy puts his deposit down in 20 and closes in May or in August 15, 2024. He then puts it out immediately after taking ownership and sells it for 3.6 in, man, close this year. And now for
Yeah.
some reason in the last 7 months, these people are trying to dump, but they want equity, Danny. They want equity. And I mean, obviously somebody took a bite.
Someone took a bite, but now it's going to look difficult moving forward that it's didn't work.
But there's the strategy, gang. Luxury in Maui, new development. You
Just
put your
buy it.
money down and then just wait. It takes us forever to build here. Equity's going to be going on. So we've got new development coming up in Wailea. There's a new development in Kapalua off of Office Road. I may try to put some together some money there, man.
Quick Millie.
Kamaha'a Circle. Oh,
This is the kind, yeah?
this is the kinds. This is my neighbor right here.
Yeah.
Probably took a loss. Try hit the H.
Yeah, this one was tough.
1,300,000, I think they paid. 1,200,000. Oh, there you go. 1,200,000. Yeah. So small kind. They got to pay their the kind. They got to pay their the Ryan and all that.
But they had a place to call home while they were waiting out the fire.
There it is, man. Kama Street, Wailuku. Cute house, bro, for Waikapu.
Yeah,
Nice.
1.2. Oof.
Oh, quick little drop from 1.3. Well, this one went.
No surprise. I
That's that.
mean,
Yeah, 995 is going to get it done. You have to put some money into it. Bathrooms are trash. But so I think Courtney lost this one and it went to, yeah, Kevin picked it right up
price to sell quickly, and they moved it quickly.
Knights Complex, they really need to get their grounds controlled, though, man. The pools kind of getting beat down. They need to inject a little money in there, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Look at that, Danny. Somebody closed with a note. Was this your guys' deal?
Yeah, it was.
And
Finally
got her
got it
done.
done. Took an extra 16, 17 days to get the loan done.
Any details you could share, like amount of money down that was required, type of loan? Was it DSCR, do you know, or was it funky?
It was just a conventional loan. I think
Interesting.
it was a small down payment too, a few thousand.
Okay. It's good to know.
So
Maybe some
they
opportunity at Harbor Lights
eventually got
there.
it done. Eventually got it done, but Harbor Lights is definitely not 260, 70, 80,000. It's more like 200 for a two bedroom.
Yeah. And even that's a
So
little shocking, right? Going back into
sure
the
is.
past.
It
Look at that,
is.
man. You price it right. And yeah, in this case, 6.195 was pricing it right. Um,
They didn't
somebody
want to
just
pay
said,
full price though.
well, you can't. You got to take 10 grand off, Jan. I got to have a win. Okay, done. And
10
then
grand.
Wailea Beach Villas, not vacation rentable,
Vacation
or they
rentable.
are.
Vacation rentable.
Okay.
Yeah. These are
Is it 30
hotels.
days? Okay,
No.
these are hotels. Okay.
This is
That's
run
the
like a
other one.
hotel by
Wailea
Coral
Point.
or it was Hyatt or something. Yeah. Wailea Point's the other one.
Yeah. Hyatt's Coral Tree, I think. That's
Yeah.
like
So
another
that's what this
little
is.
property management brand. Leasehold, that's in Kula, Wauhuli. This got to be Hawaiian Homes right here.
Fine
Yep.
homes.
How long did it take? How long, Danny? There it is,
Look at
guys.
that. Over a
Look at
year.
that. How do you even know what your payment or rate's going to be? Shame, shame, shame on Department of
15
Hawaiian Homes land. Wow.
months.
Oh, we no, yeah.
15 months. I don't even know
Well,
how. How do you
happy
even
for
know you
that
still like
Hawaiian.
the house after 15 months? You're like, nah, don't
I
really
will
like
tell
it.
you, bro. That's my favorite location for Hawaiian Homes, though. I
Hmm.
was up there at a party. One of my son's classmates came home. I think he's in the Naval Academy, but the family lived up there. Nice, nice views, nice action. Feels very homey. Cool
Beautiful.
though. Very. I wish I would have brought a jacket. You know me, I run hot, but I got a little cool at night, man. I was like, ooh, this is good up here. You could sleep good, man.
There you go. The lifestyle is different depending on where you live, and some people like some spots and some don't. And I think we'll have some fun conversations about that coming up on some
We
future
definitely
episodes.
are. Yeah, gonna give a little direction.
Alrighty. Till next time. Check out Deal of the Week tomorrow. We'll be dropping, and Friday we'll be back for Aloha Friday.
Yes,
Woo!
ahui ho.